All right, are we live? Can you guys hear me? What's up, Roger, my man? What's up, T13? T13 with the Rio again. Yeah, we'll just wait for a few seconds for people to show up. There's only two people in here. But yeah, can you hear me okay, Roger? Roger, my man. What's up, Cha? How you doing? Yeah, it probably won't be a very long stream because it's late already. But I guess we'll just get into it. People will show up when they show up. Rio to the moon for T13 here. Yeah, it's like we went over last night. I mean, everything's just simply getting stuck. It doesn't look horrible, but let's go to the monthly. Yeah, the same thing with Rio here. It looks like the macro bottom was put in. You made a slightly higher low, you're making higher highs, and just this 382 area that's been holding for a long time. Unless Bitcoin's going to break down and the market's going to break down, I think we should be good here. I think we're about to get a move up. You guys ready for that? Yeah, wow. Just looking at the macro chart for Rio here, just to get back to the 786 retracements, that's what, a 7x up to 140. I mean, the chart's doing nothing. It's been going sideways pretty much on the whole macro. So, I don't know, my man. Is this thing going to do 120x? You would have to imagine if we flip bullish right now and we have these giant bull run candles spawn in, if people are going to buy Rio, of course. It's up 25% on the week. Monthly stock RSI is at the bottom. Weekly stock RSI is curling up here. And it looks like a lot of things. It looks like Beam. We're all double bottoming and starting to try to curl up. It hasn't done it yet, but hopefully you're paying attention this time. Yeah, right at the 236 high to the low. Everything's getting stuck right now. So until this thing gets up short term over 33, it's not bullish. First resistance is coming into play. So we'll have to see what happens. Come on, Roger. Some young Mexican girls asking about you. Roger wants me to come to Mexico. I'll have to plan a summer trip. Come on now. Vader AI. What's up, David? How you doing, my man? What am I looking for? Oh, Vader. What did I spell wrong? Vader AI. Yeah, what is Vader AI? She had a nice little run, but it's over. So she came up, hit the 0.5, got above it. You may end up holding here. Let's see what the daily candles are doing. The momentum is clearly up on this thing, but just keep it simple. If you could stay over 2.5, break out over 3.6. You're bullish over 1.7. But if that's it, then this thing's just going to come back down. But if it can hold over 1.7, you're still bullish. So what we'll do is we'll draw that on Vader AI. So if it does dip down, as long as this green box holds, it's still bullish. So if it does end up coming down, then, which it is right now at the moment, yeah, you could drop anywhere from 30 to 40%. And then Vader AI, a new high on this one. Not bad for your first target, a 12x up to 30. I think that's very possible. If people are going to buy this coin, of course. You're already at 2.5 cents. I mean, even $1 is not out of the question. If this is a good one and people are going to buy it, of course. So, pretty much a 40x to $1. too cheap, only 12 hours to the gallon. Yeah, I've never been to Mexico before. Closest I've been is I worked down in Laredo one time, right on the border. I believe we were in Laredo. But we stayed in a hotel right on the border, and all night long there was those girls just walking up and down the fence saying, "Do you need company? You want some company?" But that was when I was a teenager. That was way back in the day. What's up, Silver, my man? What's up, David? David for 5. I appreciate that. Dogging me. Okay, I gotta turn the music down. I can't hear myself even talk. Alright, there we go. Oh, we drew. Is this the one we drew the pattern on last night? And you said don't draw. Someone said don't draw the pattern. She's gonna go down. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Dogging Me. The overall chart, as we know, is bullish. It's just going sideways and up. The only thing concerning me right now is, it could still come down here and put in a lower low here, but then you put in a higher high. I mean, it remains to be seen what's going to happen with this one. I don't want this to be a continuation to the downside, but it depends on what time frame you look on to. It's usually the 3-day chart where we see these patterns. So after the 2 strong candles in, and then consolidation, that's usually a continuation down. But I mean, with that being said, stock RSI is on the bottom here on the 3-day. It just crossed bullish. I mean, if it comes down, if Dogging Me dips a little bit, then you can get it at a cheaper price. It is back down below the 1618 at 5.3. But like I said, I believe I said this last night, if it's going to drop down again, it could come back down to this level, but it's a pretty decent drop, 56%, and then it'll finally go up. So we'll just keep it real simple. The only thing we really can do is just draw to see where the breakout and the support needs to be. Man, my eyes are messed up right now. I just got back dropping my son off. And it's just, I don't know what it is. Too much driving today. It's 2.5 hours there and back, taking back home. So 236 is your support to hold. So it tells us the story. 3-0 is 5, and you're bearish. If you break above 6.3, then you're bullish. I appreciate the 5, but like I keep saying, the overall chart is not horrible. But those are your 2 prices to watch to see which way it's going to go. But just looking at the overall chart, it's just up and sideways. And like we said last night, this thing to 1.5 pennies, 2 pennies, and a 32, 33x. What's up, Rashad? How you doing? What's up, DZ? What's up, Lord Zero Cool? Yeah, you guys are gonna make it. Even something like Dogging Me there, even if it drops down, better price to buy it at. If you're already holding and it pumps from here, then you're already holding. Yeah, we were talking about you last night on that Zorro coin. We drew that pattern and it just died after, but it was on the 1 hour chart, so I don't like drawing on the 1 hour. Because the 1 hour, it could just go as fast as it wants. That's why I look at the bigger time frames, because they tell a better story. How high can XRP go? Oh wait, you say XRP or XPR? Hold on. Oh, XPR. XPR. What is it at? Sub a penny. Yeah, she's starting to break out here, or not quite. I guess it depends on the time frame. Yeah, it could be a breakout here and a back test over the 382 at 3, and then you go up. But how high can it go? I mean, it doesn't look horrible. Strong move up, little flag, whatever you want to call it, wedge down. Normal market structure here. Yeah, I hate this air condition. I can't hear myself talk. How high can it go this cycle? Well, 3 cents would be the 786 retracement for a 9x from today. I don't know what this coin is, where it's going to go. 10 cents apparently was the previous high. Maybe get a spike up to 20 cents. That's a large move. It's a 56x to 20 from today. And like I always say, not all these coins are going to run, but apparently XPR is a good coin. People care about it. So if it can get through where it is right now, clearly this is your macro support and resistance area it's getting stuck at. But if it can manage to get through here, pretty much get over the 0.5 at 74. I mean, what else can you ask for? This thing just to come up and try to test the previous high would be a 24x. But the official retracement would be 108x, up to 40 cents. But that's a hard question to answer when anyone asks how high can these things go. It depends on what Bitcoin's going to do. If Bitcoin goes to 200K, why's my nose running? Then, you know, these coins, some of these coins are going to blast out of here like no tomorrow. Yeah, I was listening to Vision's live stream on the way back just now. Someone said XR, I typed in Vision, what the hell? Someone said XRP was pumping, is it? Nah, she's not pumping, but she doesn't look bad. If Bitcoin can punch through the 618, then XRP and a lot of these coins are going to blast out of here. This thing's holding up very well. Degen. But yeah, the fact that it's late, it probably won't be that long of a stream, probably maybe an hour. Did Degen do anything? She's trying, but she's still not doing anything. She's holding over our line that we drew on the chart. So the fact that it got over it and it's holding it, it's just this macro area of support. We'll see what happens here. I mean, that looks like the bottom is in on Degen. I would guess these coins probably aren't going to die and go lower, but we never know. We'll know because if we start breaking down, there's no way we're going to break down. Degen's going to go fall, and we're just going to be bearish all summer. I don't see that happening. We got to have some sort of a rally up. We're not just a bull trap right now. So you're not even at the 236 yet from the high to the low. So it's not in a horrible spot. This thing needs to move up and get over the double 236 here, put the bottom in, and then bullish over 57 up to 72. Yeah, so some of these coins, they need like a 100% 2x, 3x moves, excuse me, so they don't die. And then short term, are we getting the 786 retracement or what? High to the low. Yeah, you smacked into the 786 and you're holding over that macro support line, but you're over the 618. Yeah, I would have to imagine the bottom is in on Degen. I don't see it going lower. Stable coins looking good in your opinion? I don't know what's pumping right now. I haven't been able to look at the market since this morning. I just did that real quick, and then I went to go do some stuff with my son, and then I had to take him home. Bonk and Turbo. Turbo, what is Turbo doing? Yeah, Turbo, the whole overall Turbo chart zoomed out, it doesn't look horrible. So what is Turbo doing? Yeah, we drew this box on the chart. As long as we stay over this box for a lot, or get through that box rather. I guess now if we hold it, we're good. So high to the low. Yeah, I think it's time to get the box off the chart, clean it up a little bit. Yeah, we hit the 618, so that's what we're seeing a lot of. High to the low, 618, just like Bitcoin's doing right now. It's getting stuck. So that's why I say if Bitcoin can push through, then some of these coins that are already flying like this are just going to blast out of here. So just keep it simple. Yeah, 236, you're bullish. Any lower than 42, then that's probably your top. And it'll probably come all the way back down to 3. But I already got a red weekly candle spawning in here. It hit the 618 and they're already selling. But I mean, just the overall chart here it doesn't look bad at all. Turbo hit the macro bottom and now we're bouncing. It's just going to take time. Yeah, right at that 786 at 1.3 was it. And we're probably going to hold here and then go up at some point. There's just no telling when. I mean, we'll know if Bitcoin starts moving back up. What am I doing? Bonk, what is Bonk doing? Aye. Oh, Bonk. Yeah, she held the macro not the 786, but our yellow line we drew here. So it's holding. The big thing to watch for on Bonk here is coming back up to this trend line and getting stuck. Yeah, she's getting stuck at the 382. And clearly over the 618, you're back to being bullish. In a real good spot back over 2.9. But another coin high to the low, 382. So as long as you're below 1.8, it's going to come back down 20%, back to 1.4. But like I keep saying, the whole market's doing the same thing. We got a pump, but we're getting stuck on pretty much everything. Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. What's up, blue collar? Swift broke out, but then it came right back down. Yeah, it's because alt season's not here. I mean, you may have random coins that just take off to the moon, but the fact that we hit macro bottoms and a lot of things are starting to pump, I mean, it's just like I keep saying, it's not time for these coins to actually go, if that makes any sense. Yeah, going down to the smaller time frames, it just broke out of our pattern and it's probably going to back test and try to hold. But it's doing the same thing that XCN just did. Double top. So I would say at all times, Swift coin needs to stay over 1.3. 138 to stay bullish. If not, then it's going to just break down and fall back down. Yeah, because usually when you break the 382, that puts in play a 618 retracement. So we're either about to get a move up or we're about to get bearish for a little bit again. It could happen all at once, but a 26% drop would take you back down to a penny. But on the overall chart, not the worst looking. It just has to get through that 382, 1272 and try to move up. I mean, it still has a shot at holding up here. So maybe we get a wick down. Oh damn, there's only 22 minutes left on the candle. Oh man. Are you still in beam? Yeah, I'm still holding beam, holding out hopes that it goes up. What's up, Helen? What's up, Charmander? What's up, Brandon? Well, XCN has to stay over. Is XCN still going down? What is my phone doing? Hold on. Alright, I'm back. I had to take a phone call real quick. Alright, what were we looking at? Oh yeah, XCN. Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up with the chat here. Everything's waiting on the trade. What? Oh, the trade deal news. CTX, SPX. Yeah, there's too many coins. Yeah, we looked at SPX 6900 last night. What are we doing on it? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look horrible here. I think we said this last night, the momentum is up. Some of these coins are curling up like this. I mean, it just looks like these things want to go, but it is stuck at macro resistance. This area here, of course, is now resistance. So if we can get over the 0.5 at 6.7, then you're in business. And then break out over 8.5. But like I said, it doesn't look bad where it is. But yeah, I'm still holding my beam position. I need beam to do like a 2 or 3x with my 3x leverage, and then I can be back in the game. Yeah, you're sitting right on the 382, 236. So short term and long term, you're bullish, as long as you're over 54. And like I said, if Bitcoin would start moving and the market would flip bullish for a minute, you know, some of these coins that are looking like this, they're just gonna start moving up. But this one, yeah, I don't know where this coin's going, but for a 10x, it hit $6 at 55 cents. And then the next stop after that would be about 13 to 15 bucks probably. 24, 25x. What's up, Liam? You think the move starts today at midnight? Nah, I can't sell my position, my man. I mean, she's still holding up. She's coming back down a little bit. And hopefully this thing doesn't break down. But this thing looks bullish to me. It looks like it needs a nice move up. Beam doesn't look bad. It's just a waiting game. CTX, $30, and GFI2 at least $15. Jeez. Monday should see a sell-off of the recent rally. All right, CTX. You said CTX to 30 bucks. Yeah, CTX, it doesn't look bad here, but it's getting stuck. We are over this green line here, pretty much macro support area. Let me just zoom out. It came all the way down, didn't quite tag the 786, but you would have to imagine that's the bottom. Man, if this is not the bottom on these coins and this is a fake out and we die from here, it's gonna get horrible. But tomorrow is Monday. Yeah, you're sitting over the 236 macro support, so as long as you're up at 193, you gotta get over 246 here. And then you're short-term bullish, and then once you get over this 3 at 370 and the 618, you're in business. Hopefully, we'll say that, but you said this thing to 30 bucks. Where are we at? To 30 bucks. So a lower high be a 15x. Yeah, I could see that. That's very, it's a fair price. So it's either going to do that or hit about 70 bucks and slightly higher high and do a 35x. But yeah, it's good to have conservative targets. That way you have a game plan, and these charts look almost exactly the same on the monthly. It came down, it's holding the 786 new trend, it broke the downtrend, but it's getting stuck right here at our little red box. It has to get over pretty much 94, 95. But yeah, $15 on this one. Yeah. 786 retracement, get your little 17.5, 18x and get out. It's just because we had a little pump and nothing's moving. Everything got stuck. Bitcoin's not moving. So, like we were saying last night, we just got stuck and it's over. Not over. I mean, we're still macro bullish on Bitcoin. But, damn, if I can get anything to work right. But yeah, she smacked right into the 618. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening here. Because it's falling back down into the little pattern we did end up drawing. I'm just going to stop drawing those damn patterns. Looks like we're back in here again to where we just died. Oh my god. Yeah, it's because Bitcoin got stuck and she's pulling back. It looks like she's going to drop down to 90K again. Damn. It's unfortunate. Yeah, what did you ask for? I can't remember. Cookie? Moodang to $1. Yeah, some people have problems with the super chats. I don't know why. But there's other ways. In the description, there's Cash App and But if you send something, just tell me, and that way I can look at what you want me to look at. Come on. God darn it. Come on now. Where's our chart? Damn, I thought we just looked at Moodang. Maybe we did it on Dex Screener, but I'm not pulling up Dex Screener today. High to the low, you hit down below the 786 final support level, but you set this thing to $1. Now she came all the way back down, so I would imagine that's the bottom. But yeah, high to the low, stuck it to 236, and that's all she wrote. You said this thing to $1. Yeah, that's over 20x, a 24, 25x. So all these these bigger coins like Moodang, Giga Chad, Peanut the Squirrel, Mog. I think all these coins are probably gonna be like crazy 20x's plus out of here. Yeah, Cookie. Yeah, I think we said the bottom for Cookie is in. Cookie. Came back down to the 618, came back down to this area. Yeah, we went over this last night. You're over the 786, so it's not looking horrible at the moment, but it probably got stuck. Same thing. We keep drawing high to the low, and 236 is coming right into play. Yep. Smacked right into the 236, and that's probably it, I guess. But something that just pumped from the bottom like this, we still could be setting up. Some of these coins may be still setting up for a double bottom with a higher low. So we'll see if that comes into play here. But I would say the macro bottom is in on Cookie. So if you cannot hold the 786, you have to stay over 10.9, pretty much 11 pennies to stay bullish. If not, then it's going to be one of those coins. So if we die all week, then you'll see this thing down here, possibly 786, 618, putting in a double bottom with a higher low, and then we'll start going back up. But you can clearly see it on the 3-day here. And then once you break over 14.5, then it'll start flying. Let's see. But yeah, tomorrow, for all you guys here, tomorrow it's going to be afternoon stream. I'm actually going to go help my brother and my friend's brother actually do some housework, and he's going to pay me. So a little bit of work, a little bit of money coming in, I guess. Not much, but I got to do something to get some money. But yeah, this one here, what are we looking at? Let's move the high to the low coin. But I'm tired. I've been going all day. I'm tired, boss. Sitting over the 786. If you can hold the 786 and get through those smaller levels, next stop up, new high would be a 15.5x. So probably $2 is going to get tagged on Cookie. But Cookie's not a bad one. Cookie's going to be a monster play. So not a 17x. Oh damn, I almost banned you. Can we do Toshi or nah? Yeah, we can do Toshi real quick. Yeah, I was trying to get back earlier so we could stream for a couple of hours, but I got over there and my boy wanted to play a video game with me. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, Toshi broke the trend and had the pattern. It's already getting stuck and coming back down. So, I mean, unless it's going to follow Bitcoin and start falling down below what little pattern we drew, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, if Bitcoin drops down to 90K, then these coins are already done. But you are high to the low, 236. So this area, the 618236, that's 33 to 35. And that would just be probably a simple, if we just pull these over, we'll just pull the top one. Just a quick little back test, and if you hold, so I would say it has to hold over 3.3. If Toshi falls below 3.36, then it's just coming back down here to the previous trend. And like I said, it could be doing what it needs to do to put in a double bottom. But the fact that it hit that and it broke the trend and it broke out, it doesn't look horrible. If Bitcoin could push back up, something like Toshi here is going to take off. Yeah, if Bitcoin could just get off its butt and do something, there's a lot of coins that would just blast out of here right now. I'm hoping that's the case. I need my beam to do something. A Toshi from today for a higher high above the 1414 to 1618 at 3.8. So Toshi, if we get a decent little run here, especially the macro chart holding higher highs and higher lows, we could get a decent little 10x move out of Toshi for the next leg up. That would be nice. What's up, Peaceful? What's up, Michael? Damn, I wish I had the money to buy some gold and silver. Oh man. You own a crap ton of Casper at 009, so happy. Yeah, Casper is one of the coins that's going to zero. Yeah, my man, when is your divorce going to be final? Yeah, we looked at Casper last night. Casper. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. It'll still move up, but where we pump up and then we get stuck, we pull back, and then we put in, yeah, especially on the macro chart here. Double bottom with a higher low. This is what we're looking for on these coins. Oh man, but you are triple topping at the moment. You're over the 236, so you're bullish, but this thing has to break over. So if you can hold over 1.9, you said you bought it at 0.09. So if you can get over 2.7, then this thing should start moving. And then macro bullish once it gets over 23.5 cents. So we'll see if this is the bottom. It pretty much came down and hit the 786 low to the high, but it's getting stuck again. It has to get over 2.7. But that's all you can do is load up on whatever coin you think is going to run. Yeah, because I mean, if people were to buy Casper, not Casper, just to hit a 618 retracement in a bull market, if people pile into this coin, this thing will shoot up here to $2 and 110x. I mean, this is not a bad move. If it doesn't die like GST, it's a 12.5x to 23, 382 retracement where it got stuck last time all the way back here. Yeah, and a 0.5 at 72 would be a 35x. Alright, where are we at? 27 views, 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, we're going to have to cut it here soon. You were cleaning and laundry all day, and you're the only one I listen to while doing my chores. Yeah, it's just, you know, the days. It just depends on the day. I wasn't planning on doing anything with my boy today, but I was like, you know what, we got to get out of the house. He needs to get off the VR. We need to go spend time together. And we did, and we had fun. Can you check ARQQ stock? Yeah, I don't know if there's a Treb chart on here. Shreb. But yeah, it's already 9 o'clock, and now I got to get up early to go to work. Yeah, I think we added that. I think you asked for that one before, didn't you? Yeah, what did you say? What's up, David Wood, XEN, ARQQ. Oh yeah, we did look at this one before. It's doing, it looks like what the rest of the market in crypto is doing. High to the low, you're over the 236. Yeah, where did you say this one was going next time? Yeah, she's holding the 236 area here. Pretty much hit the 618, so that's what you want to see. If we can get back over 1960 up to 2880, then it's bullish again, and that should send you up over 64. But yeah, I mean, it's holding up nicely here. It's starting to curl up and make higher highs and higher lows. I don't know how fast stocks actually run. What's up, Ross, my man? What's up, Slava? Yeah, it was only like a 10-minute window, and then I just like, you know what, I'm just gonna stream for like an hour. But yeah, we're about to end it here. AXGT, because I actually gotta go help someone do some work in the morning, and I'm gonna make a little bit of money because I'm almost flat broke, especially having my son here for the weekend. What are we looking at? On the wrong dang list. AXGT. Yeah, I mean, the overall monthly chart, it just looks like the bottom is in again. It hit the same area at 8, but like everything else, it has to get over the 236 here, and then 382 to be bullish over 21. Right now, it's getting stuck right at the double top high to the low 236. So clearly, it has to get over all the way up to 21 to be bullish. But it does look like the bottom is in on this one. But like I keep saying, it's going to depend on Bitcoin and what's going to happen in the market. We got a lot of red coming in. But this one up to $2 would be a 17x. Dash. Yeah, we'll look at Dash for you, my man. Since you sent me a couple of cash apps, I appreciate that. Dash. Let's see what Dash chart we got. Come on. Yeah, Dash doesn't look horrible. I mean, it's holding over the macro 0.5. It's not bullish on the macro, but it is holding the 0.5. You're still making, you were making lower lows and lower highs, but you did put in a higher high, but it's not bullish at the moment. But Dash is on my list Because if Dash is still down here when we go bullish, then it'll be a good play. But clearly it got stuck at the 382, 236 here. But if we just get the macro one out of the way, we held the 0.5. If we can stay over that pretty much 18 level, Dash did what? Yeah, I didn't do anything in 2021. So we would have to imagine, if we're going to go through history, Dash to the 0.5 to 170, maybe 200 bucks. And then that's going to be all she wrote, just like she did last time. A wick above the 618, it's over. A wick above. So that would put it right in the right territory. So you may get an 8.5. No, let me fix that. So if this is the bottom, a 9.5, almost a 10x on Dash. So Dash wouldn't be a bad rollover play. Oh man. No, you're not late. It's just I got to get to bed soon. It's been a long day. What? Okay. Alright, you said check Cash App. Yeah, if you send me more, I appreciate it. But yeah, Dash is not going to be a bad play for a good, 5 to 10x play. If I got a 5x out of Dash, if I hit a 3-2 retracement, I'd probably get out. That'd be a 5x from today to 100. But yeah, we're getting bounces all over the place, but there's no follow through. Alright, I got it, my man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I want to do this full time because I'm probably going to work my butt off tomorrow. And I'll probably make like 50 bucks. And if I just sat here and streamed all day, I could make more revenue, super chats, and all kinds of stuff. Alright, so yeah, just a quick stream. I appreciate you guys coming in here. I will be back on here tomorrow evening as soon as I'm done in the poll. I appreciate you guys coming in here. What's up, Kura? Last thing I'll look at is Sol. Is Sol a good buy? Probably. Yeah, as soon as I think if Ethereum bottomed out and starts moving up, then we should have a lot of these coins start to run. I mean, I guess the good buy was down here, so the market's doing the same thing all over the place. So the best thing to do is just buy the red candles on the way down, because once we bounce, yeah, not perfect, but came back up 3-2, got stuck, and now she's falling down below it. So if you're looking to buy in on Solana, it's probably going to end up coming back down to this 120 level. So another 14% drop down, and then that should be it. Alright, but I appreciate you guys coming in here, short stream. I always appreciate the support. As always, none of this is financial advice, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.